My God!
I haven't had movie nightmares this bad since To Boldly Flee. There's gotta be some way to end these Lion and the King mares. And I'm afraid I only know one way. Reviewing the sequel.
Where I live, I haven't any friends. Perhaps we could become friends. I don't know. I think we should be enemies. Certainly.
This is the exact same damn movie! And apparently I had to watch it for quite a while to realize that. Seriously, Lion and the King 2 is Lion and the King 1, only with the puzzles actually being based on this piece of crap, and it was released by Phoenix instead of Midas. Great, I'm never gonna get rid of these nightmares now. What can I do? Wait, didn't I used to time travel a la Doctor Who all the time? Yes, I can just pull that Phelous Who crap to stop myself from ever watching Lion and the King. Surely that bit's not dead yet. Screw it, I'll just review Beauty and the Beast again. Glad the intro knew that before I did. So you remember last time in Beauty and the Beast world how I told you there was 2 Golden Films Beauty and the Beast? Or did you try to forget? Well, if you did, too bad! This time, Golden Films is doing it on their own. No good times to be found here. Boy, that joke's not old.
It's dark.
It's dark, he says. This we can see, thank you. Tell us something we don't know, will you?
Wow, some inane morons that turn out to be ghosts blabbing on about it being dark? Why, nothing says Beauty and the Beast more than that.
This is good. This sheds a little light on things.
Ah, they lit one of those candles where the light doesn't travel at the speed of light.
I hear someone coming.
Come on, guys. Let's hide in here.
Hey, that's a book.
That's not just any book. It's a classic.
You know, I never really felt any telling of Beauty and the Beast was truly complete without 3 idiot ghosts invading the story. You'd think if you're gonna do the characters enter a story thing, you'd set something up about them. I mean, Aladdin and Paige set themselves up as greedy assholes before they went through time ruining everyone's story. Oh well, then apparently the Beast himself flips through the Beauty and the Beast book. No, wait! It's great when I can't figure out if this or the spoilerific opening from the other Beauty and the Beast is more mind-numbingly stupid.
One, a young girl, of beauty unsurpassed, a beauty she was,
and beauty she was called.
This one wins.
Stupidality.
Well, this beauty certainly has mindlessly prancing through a field in common with her counterpart. So Beauty's still got siblings, but this time we killed off the brothers. And I think quite literally with this one, must have just gotten a good tan in the afterlife. And this time, always dead before the story starts, Mom shit out another girl. But this time, instead of being like the wicked stepsisters, they're more like 3 of the 7 dwarves. So we get Sleepy, Edie, and Slutty. Whoops, Slutty might be a bit offensive. I should change that to Hoary.
I'm the eldest and therefore it's mine.
Girls, there's enough for you all.
Animation, that's enough for you all. Mini Dad! So, while I can say the animation is certainly more fluid in this version, it's still got quite a bit of flubs like this.
All.
Perfect end to that scene. I feel we established something for reals.
There, you see her? Did I tell you or what? She's something.
Yeah, you're gonna notice really quick someone raided the public domain recordings of Tchaikovsky, and they just haphazardly score with it, whether it fits the scene even remotely or not. And this will become abundantly awkward once you start hearing Swan Lake and Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy in Beauty and the Beast.
She's something. Boy, as soon as I saw her, I said, she's something.
I'm here to tell you, boys, she's the one.
Which one?
The one we need.
Let's force her into living the rest of her life with a beast just to further our miserable lives. We don't have lives. Hey, should I start developing a character? Nah. LOL, cat under a bench.
She could be the one, don't you think? She could be the one.
She couldn't be not the one. Pass the salt.
Here's the other thing about haphazardly scoring with Tchaikovsky. It makes your other stupid music really jarring. So, why are Snap, Crackle, and Pop dead and raiding this castle's kitchen? What assholes!
Now what makes you so all-fired sure she...
It's him. It's really him. Let's hide in here.
Oh no! Beauty and the Beastception! The Beast here is actually fairly close in design to old I'm really scary, right? He's dressed almost the same and has a similar face. It's just he's brighter browns this time and got a comb and a nose job. Overall, I'd say not too bad. I'd only think this guy's cousin was a Goomba. Oh, come on!
What have you been up to? I can tell you've been doing something.
Who, us? Just making dinner, boss.
Wait, what? Why does the Beast know them? Didn't they just enter this story, aka world? Oh, give me a break. That'd be too straightforward. This confusing opening makes even less sense when we learn that the ghosts are actually connected to this story. So, apparently their own world is a storybook they can come and go from.
All right then, have your secrets.
Oh, it's so depressing.
I know, right? I was hoping he'd double kill you. What he really needs is a little Snap, Crackle, Pop, Count Rice Krispies. Actually, this is all I need. number! Why the shit not?
I long for
Prehistoric times! Apparently, Beauty and the Dinosaur with wacky unicorn neighbor! Why wasn't that the movie? Oh, and not only is there a unicorn that they very quickly cut away from, but there's also a Pegasus that Beauty and the human beast fly away on. Feel like you're missing something? Like the whole rest of the movie? Well, don't worry, it's just this movie recreating the magic of musical spoilers from the other Beauty and the Beast. They just thought they'd delay it slightly, but also make it worse and last 4 damn minutes and have a subplot about a dolphin. What? What am I watching again? Can't wait for this dolphin to become a character. Nope. I'll be right here, Beauty-ette. This is pretty much the worst way musical numbers can be, when they just feel like they've slammed the brakes on the story rather than continuing it. This just feels so out of nowhere, and has to mean that Beauty has prophetic dreams or something. Well, except for the unicorns and Pegasus riding, she's just cracked out again there.
Beauty, come quickly! The storm's getting worse by the second!
Fuck's sake, Senor Mustache here is certainly no old man, and his voice sucks. Let's fix that. Beauty, were you smoking again? I'm afraid I'll have to let in the storm to teach you a lesson.
my garden will be destroyed. I have to see if...
Beauty, no! It's too dangerous out there!
And if you so much as open that door, you'll drown us all. Is that really what you want?
No, what I really want is your finger to stop making random cartoon sound effects and for the classical music to stop overpowering the dialogue. But you don't always get what you want. I should sacrifice one of my daughters to calm the storm, but damn, which of you is the most useless? The storm trashes the Beauty's place, including the door made for giants.
I'm sorry, Beauty.
What I mean by that is I'm sorry I'll have to hear you whine about this, and I'm more sorry for myself, my damn land!
Daughters, I'm afraid I have to leave you for a bit.
Maybe once I come back, I'll bother to learn your names. Just kidding. So instead of them thinking they have money, it's the father going to see how much they've lost. But still, this is where the daughters ask for gifts, and Beauty asks for, you guessed it, a dandelion. Couldn't think of anything more fitting for you, my little weed, you bitch. Oh!
Come on, boy, let's get moving. I don't much like the looks of those skies.
Also, we need to make it back before Beauty turns into a swan. No, damn it! Well, let's see how those boats did this time. I'm sure they can weather a storm at the pier. Oh, if only I'd thought of that amazing technique of having boats unload their cargo once they make harbor. And also not building them out of cardboard so a rainstorm doesn't make them sink at port. Guess everyone who worked at this pier is dead too, but who cares? That's not important. What's important is his box of sand is completely useless now, 'cause he sat on it. Whatever, Beauty in the Swan Lake continues as Beauty stares out the house hole, wishing she had enough brains to block it off so the snow didn't blow in her stupid face.
Sometimes I just don't know what it is you want of our poor father.
Really? Well, it's very simple, you simple girl. What we want is more. More, give us more. More is what we're living for.
No, for the good love of fuck, no! If you're ready for the shock of your lives, here's what each of the dwarfsters want more of. Edie wants more food. What? Sleepy wants alcohol inside a perfume bottle so she can pass out quicker, and Slutty wants dildos or something.
Furs and jewels, I want. I would die for a croissant.
'Cause they're in France. I guess. That's the only clue this movie gives about it, but at least it'd be a real croissant.
I must have a pie mountain. I must have a pie mountain.
As they shove Blanky out the house's castle door via more song, the weather takes a shot change to remember its season has switched. Oh no! Her father's gonna turn into a swan! Look, you can't score with a piece so attached to something else. Is there even a public domain track that could be possibly dumber to score this with?
Don't give up now, boy!
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside!
Go on, boy! Get back home if you can! I'm going to look for cover! Poor fella. I hope he makes it.
But not that badly, or else I'd have taken his reins off. Boy, I sure wish I had a daughter to sacrifice right now. Mustache and for your crimes against humanity, particularly those 4 daughters. You have been sentenced to death. Okay, let's stop being silly. Senor Mustache walks past a tree, ending the snowstorm, because when you're punished by being turned into a beast, you, at the very least, get exempt from bad weather. Dance of the fat-ass mustache fairy.
Excuse me? Is there someone here?
Oh, never mind, Sugar Plum Fairies. It's the dance of the dickhead cereal ghosts, and this time they'll actually sing their song. Yay?
Get into the spirit, get into the sway. You're in a castle, so live like a king.
Well, you guys sure are generous with the beast's food. Just because your lives are over doesn't mean you gotta ruin everyone else's. I mean, come on! You really think this dick who threw a bitch fit just because he didn't know where you guys went would be cool with this? Just keep on eating, you stupid fat ass. That's right, we're gonna get you killed.
Capers and shallots.
A bowl for your fingers.
Eat yourself, silly.
But save room for dessert.
It's death by chocolate.
Ooh, I've never had death by chocolate via vanilla cake. You'll have to tell me how that one works. You see, they had that line in the song already, but then when it came time for filming, they just couldn't find a chocolate cake in time.
You're just not alive if your spirit don't fly.
What the shit would you know about that? At least Old Man was just an idiot and assumed an empty room meant he was expected, so he deserved his fate. Here the ghosts are setting him up. Oh, Lumiere! Crabs. What? Well, I don't know which Beauty and the Beast is better, but this one is making me lose more brain cells. If I have those. The ghost sugar plum ferry him to bed, and if you're hoping for him to end up spooning with the beast, well, too bad. It was just these selfish dicks' plan to butter him up and get him in the sack the whole time.
Poor father. I hope he's found somewhere to stop for the night.
Yeah, and I hope it's 6 feet deep.
2 parts. I'm sorry. But not that sorry.